alignment tips. How to align a golf ball everywhere along the golf course so that you ensure you're starting the ball on the right line. Very important. It's the most overlooked thing in golf. No one talks about it. They're all talking about mechanics, this way, that way, inside, outside, whatever, upside down. Doesn't work. So the first thing we want to do on the tee, you have everything here to set yourself up. Let's take advantage of it. You've normally got old divots, leaves. These, if it's windy, will blow away. So you always want to go for things like divots, old divots, spore marks, even little burnt patches of grass. Then what you do is you come, as you're walking up to the tee, you find your spot, align to your spot down in the fairway, which you've pre-selected, and you line the ball up to that spot. Then just double check it. You want to line your club up like that from behind to make sure that it's in line with what you've chosen, and make sure that where it's lined up is where you want to go. Now, of course, you have to always consider your shot shape. So this thing will determine your starting line. So if you hit a little fader, you want to maybe set it up more that way so that it starts on that line and fades in. If you're a drawer, you may want to start it a bit to the right. But this is easy to align your club face to. So once you can align your club face to there, you know it's starting on the right line. But now you have a problem of, what about in the distance? You've picked your thing that you want to align to. You're standing up here. Now you want to make sure you keep your ball in the landing zone you've picked, but it's a bit too difficult to pick it in the fairway, because now you're going to start seeing other stuff. And the way to align your mind is to pick something on the target line. There's a green tree in front of the house there. It's a little bit lower than the rest. I'm going to look at the top of that tree. It's like 400 yards away. I can't hit it with the 4-iron. And I'm going to align my mind to that. Align the face. And align my mind only at that tree there. I'm not looking at the fairway now. As long as I can eliminate everything in front of me, all the long rough, all the water, I can now focus on hitting this ball onto the top of that tree over my line here. And if we can focus on that thing, we eliminate 700 other things. Now, you're not always going to hit your target 100%, but it helps to get your mind right in terms of not going in trouble, in terms of playing away from trouble, getting the trouble out your mind. These alignment tips are not just to get the ball started on line, but to make your mind ready for the shot. We've got balls like the Callaway Chrome Soft or whatever, Chrome Soft X. It's got the triple track on it. You don't have to buy these. You can get your own little alignment thingy. Put 1, 2, or 3 lines on. I prefer 2 or 3 because it just helps to align multiple lines. And you can use this on the tee as well. So when you tee it up, you can tee it up so that the line is going straight down the line you want. Now remember that sometimes there's a bit of a error of parallax. So sometimes you feel like you want to put those lines more toward you. But that's going to help you to also align your club face straight down those 3 lines. That's big. That's big. Because the more confidence you can have in knowing that it's aligned correctly, the freer your swing, the cockier your swing, instead of a scared swing, because you're not sure where it's going to go. Now, another way you can use these logos on the golf balls is to put them over here on the inside, over here. So that if you're scared of coming over the top and smothering it, you can even hit it from the inside, trying to hit the logo there. If you're trying to hit a little fader, you might even want to put it there and feel like you're hitting the logo from that angle. So you can use the logos on the balls to try that. So I'm going to try hit a little fader with the 4-iron. I'm going to try hit that Callaway logo on that side. So we hit a nice little fader over there, using the alignment of the lines, using the alignment of the logos, whatever you want to use. Use these things to your advantage. There's so many tricks. Get with the program. Now we hit the fairway, and of course we can't align the ball unless you're playing preferred lies, which a lot of us don't. But you can still find something along the line and use something in your target to align your mind. Even here, if we look down the line, the wind's right to left, it might move it a bit right to left, but I'm going to go pretty straight at it. I can find a piece of dry grass or something in front of me here that I can still align the club face to, because there's so much variation in the grass for us here in the fairway. So I'm just going to align the face there and then look at the top of the flag, because my target is the flag. If it wasn't the flag, I'd look at just, I don't know, the green, someone else's ball, if it's on my line. So we'll just line this thing up just at the pin, over the dry piece of grass in front of us. It's very rare that anyone plays a course with absolutely no blemishes. So it's gone just right of the pin, kind of on target, and we're on the middle of the green, absolutely money. So that's how we can align it from there. That's really all you can do. You can't move the ball, so you have to make do with what you have. Something in front of the ball, something beyond the ball. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get to the green, and I'm going to show you how to align your shots there too. Much easier, because now we can move it again. On the green, we also align. It's even more important, probably the most important place to align to. So what you can do is you can get a marker with some kind of marking on it. This is my Water Player credit card, and it's got this magnetic strip on the back that you can actually put down and put it along the line that you're expecting, just initially. So you want to pick a line that you can see along the distance of your putt, and from there you can use a marker, you don't have to, but the most important thing with this is that you have something that helps you to get the ball started on line when you putt. There's nothing more important than starting the ball on line and then pairing it up with the right speed. If you can do that, you're going to make a lot more putts and you're going to get more success getting the ball near the hole. But if you're standing over a ball and you don't know where you're aligned to, oh, am I left, am I right, your brain will take over and you'll miss hits to get the ball started back on line. So if we can get this sorted, we're going to be money. So on this one, we see a little right to lefter. So we've got that little magnet there, that little magnetic strip, that's looking quite good. So we can take our ball and replace it back. Now this might take a lot of time in the beginning, but once you get this right, you're going to be a lot quicker. You actually want to practice aligning your line to the line of your putt on the practice green. Once you get really good at it, you're going to be really quick on the course. So I think this is pretty much where I want to go. Now, look at this from above. Look at this from above. When you come to your putt, all you have to care about now is the pace that matches the line you've selected. When you put your putt up here, you align your middle line to the middle line on the ball. And then you hit your putt. You're confident on the line, you're confident over your putt, you know where it's aimed, and you just stroke it. Now it's all about pace. If it doesn't go in the hole, it's because you picked the wrong pace. The same happens for short putts. And the way you want to do is line it up, same as what you do for long putts. Put the putter down, line it up, dash it in the cup. But the way we get good at this in the first place is to align our minds. If we can align our minds on the lines we've selected, we're going to hit better putts, more solid on the starting line. How do we do that? You don't have to practice long putts to try to drain them. You're going to miss more than you make, so you're going to practice missing putts. I would suggest 1 foot putts, 100 in a row. If you do this in 100 in a row, you won't have to worry about any other putts on the golf course, because if you can keep seeing a line, hearing it go in the cup over and over and over, it's going to give you confidence, it's going to help your eyes see lines, and then when you line it up here, when you line it up on the course, you're going to be money. That's how you align a golf ball all the way from tee to green. It's about aligning the golf ball, it's about aligning a line, it's about aligning your mind to your target. Let's look at chipping alignment. Now, chipping alignment is a little bit different, but it's a bit between approach shots and putting. We want to pick ourselves a target and a spot to land the ball. You might start to understand where your favorite spot is if you watch the Rule of 12 video. That's a chipping video. You might start to like a spot just on the green, 2 yards on the green, 3 yards on the green, whatever you prefer. I personally like to get it started rolling ASAP. So like maybe 2 feet to 3 feet onto the green. That will determine which club you use. Here I've got a 9 iron, not quite sure if it's correct, and we have two options for chipping. We have the same landing spot, or we have different landing spots with the same club. So you might, if you have a longer chip, if the pin's further away, you might pick the same spot and hit an 8 iron that rolls out more, a 7 iron that rolls out more, or a pitching wedge that rolls out less. At this moment, I'm going to align myself to this spot. You've got to pick your spots. That's my spot there. Now I have to align the club face to that spot, which I like because it's also on the line of the putt. Remember, when we chip this ball, it's going to land short and it's going to roll like a putt. We have to anticipate, after we land it here, how many little bounces will it take before it rolls? It's probably going to start rolling from here. From here, how much break do we have? Probably like just under a foot, right, left to right. So we want to take it out left, land it on our spot, align the face to that spot, and let's see if it works. Okay, so that worked. I've missed my spot a little bit, but as you get better, you'll start to land it on a spot. Initially, you're going to land it on an area like this, and then it'll shrink all the way down to being able to land it on a penny. Another option is you can go with a putting stroke, quite easy. You get a bit close to the ball, hold the wedge like a putter, toe down, heel up, and then now you might have to adjust your spot, but let's see if I use the same one. Okay, similar result. And if you play with this, you'll start to align yourself, your mind, your club face to your spot. You'll start to adapt, and you'll start to hit better and better chips. Just aligning your mind, your club face with where you want to land the ball. All these things must be aligned, like the stars, like if you're an Aquarius or a Pisces, it has to align for you. The stars will align, you'll be chipping like a Bazowski. Dead.